Yes, and Matt, once again, we're back to another review. Uh, Revisited quite a few films, including this one, which I think is pretty damn hilarious. Kung Pao Enter the Fist. Now, this stars and was directed by Steve Oedekerk. Now, Steve Oedekerk, he worked on films like Ace Ventura When Nature Calls, among other movies. Pretty much what he did in this film is he took an old kung fu film and he took the old kung fu movie from like the 70s or whatever. I think the old kung fu film starred Jimmy Wayne Yu. And he took the scenes, re-edited, placed his face on the lead actor in certain scenes, filmed new additional scenes to place into it to create a story of its own. Kind of like, I think Woody Allen did that. I haven't seen the film. I think it's called What's Up, Tiger Lily. And also Steve Martin kind of did that. He didn't direct it, but he starred in the film Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. And that's an idea I like to see more of. I think it's a very clever idea. I think it's a very interesting idea, very unique idea. And I thought he did a really good job. It's crazy, it's insane, it's silly, it's stupid. It's pretty fast paced. It's only an hour and 20 minutes. Like an hour and 20 more. Yeah, like hour 20, hour and 21 minutes. That's with the end credits. Very short movie. And where to begin with this film? I mean, from filming a beginning where the bad guys come in, they kill the family, they don't kill the baby because the baby's the chosen one, but the baby fights back. And yeah, the CGI sucks, but in this movie, with how silly and stupid it is, how that to be funny, the bad CGI is fine. Like, this was a movie meant to be taken seriously. I would complain about the CGI, but you have a baby that's fighting the bad guy and beating him up. I'm fine with bad CGI. And this is where you get like one of the first belly laughs I had, where the house is on fire and the baby jumps through the window, and when it rolls down the cliff, you hear the baby going, "Oh," like it's tumbling down. And then a woman, it stops on the road, and a woman, cute baby. You think she's going to keep it. But it just goes aside and dumps it again. Bye-bye. And then you hear the baby once again going, oh. Continues. I like that. That made me laugh my ass off. He's grown up. He's the chosen one. He just in multiple fights. At one point, he punches a hole through a guy, and literally, and very cartoonish, like Looney Tune style, the big hole is there, and like the stomach plug is in the back. Even the narrator is like, "Oh my God, that's like his stomach plug back there. I don't even think that's possible because you got like organs and stuff and this is, to me, a very fun parody of kung fu films. Those old 70s kung fu movies. You have the over-the-top push-ins at one point when he's faced off against these bad guys that keep pushing in. Think everything's fine. He's like, yeah, don't do it. Don't push in more. Then another push in. During that fight, he needs gopher chucks, so he gets gophers and use them as nunchucks. And even the bad guys are like, and then then they start to fight him. It does a nice job playing with the bad dubbing. Like there's a dog that the character has, and many times the dog will be like, bark. And Steve Oedekerk pretty much voiced most of the characters himself by redubbing these actors from the 70s movie. And also some clever stuff, like in, I guess, the original film, there's this master who is talking and coughs because he's sick. So they animate like a little moth that flies into the guy's mouth as he chokes. And just insanity, like what makes the chosen one special, he sticks out his tongue and there's like a little eyes and like face, and he's like yippee, like yee yee. You have Ling, this female from the 70s movie, and the master, oh, she's shy, she'll get over it. And then she flashes him, well, there you go. And this is the way they have this female Ling many times. She does like, wee 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 wee, and then like quacks as well. But I just, that's one of the things I remember the most is just wee 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 wee. And like, it's childish and maybe like grade school humor, but the way it was done, it was pretty damn hilarious, pretty damn funny. Better dubbing than you see in some of these actual 70s kung fu movies. There's this one guy, Wimp Low, they call him, who gets his ass kicked. He's like, how do you like my face-to-foot style? Because he got kicked in the face. One of the best things is the bad guy, Master Payne, and he names himself Betty. My name's Evil Betty. I am a nice man with happy feelings all the time. Do you know what happens when an owl and a bungee cord get together? My ass! Ha ha ha! It's just totally just out there fucking character that Steve Oedekerk created with the dubbing. Like there's one part where he's looking at this, the bad guy's looking at this like scroll or whatever, and just the way it's like tiger, that tiger, bird, birdie, birdie. And I don't know why it made me laugh, but just the voice they gave this villainous character. And just the way, I thought they did some clever stuff incorporating the old footage with the new stuff. How for a film that was fairly a low budget movie, how they were able to place his face on the main guy's body in a good chunk of the scenes, I thought was not that bad. For a low budget film, not that bad, not that poorly done. It was one of those movies when you first see it, you're wondering what the hell's going to happen next. Like, they have the old footage where the bad guy's getting hit by everywhere, including in the nuts, and it has no effect. And so they cuts the new footage where the hero's like, okay, try that stuff on me. And they beat his ass, and he gets knocked down real quick, and they just keep beating him. And you could tell, like, at one point, just a dummy of the lead guy, and they're just beating him. Do you think whining was the signal? No, he said, no, he said, give him the towel, that's the signal. Okay, let's keep beating him. They keep beating him some more. Wait, he said he would throw us off, and they both slowly get on top of him, and the voice like, okay, go ahead. You can throw us off now. And then they just begin to realize, you think he wants this towel? Oh, we better go. Again, just like everything in the kitchen scene, he meets this girl who's only has one boob. They make fun of product placement because there's a point they actually put in Taco Bell for product placement. They even say there's Taco Bell product placement. Weird songs they put in, like a fight scene happens and MC Hammer's can't touch this. Do 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 do. Can't touch this. More lean. Wee 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 wee. It just, a lot of stuff is really clever. Like when Steve Oedekerk grabs her and is talking, and his face is yelling, but his voice is calm. So as he's doing this with his voice is going something like, I implore you to reconsider. So he's like, I implore you. What was it? I implore you to reconsider. But it's like, I, this is why it's hard to review comedies, and people are like, well, why don't you use footage? Because I don't trust 20th Century Fox. Granted, they're now with Disney, so I don't trust them either. Granted, they don't give a shit about this film. I don't even think this film's on Blu-ray. It has a cult audience. I wish this has gotten a sequel. I would love to have seen a sequel to this. Apparently, at one time, the director wanted to do a sequel, but no one wanted to fund it, which sucks. We did a shitty useless Men in Black movie called International, but we can't have Kung Pao 2. But I mean, it didn't do well at the box office. I guess you can't be surprised. You know what I mean? Because that's what they look at, as the numbers. Sad but true. I mean, you have one of the things people remember the most is the cow fight. And yeah, the CGI's bad, but again, with how silly and ridiculous the movie is, I was fine with it. And it's not that bad of a fight. And of course, they have a Matrix homage in there. Although it's one of the better Matrix homages at this time period. I'd rather watch this than Bulletproof Monk again. Which, well, I have that. I got it on DVD 50 cents because maybe one day if I do like a Chow Yun Fat marathon, I'll rant on that bullshit movie again. I hate Bulletproof Monk. But some very fun lines, like having the villain say, I speak to you as a baby and I'll speak to you now, bitch. They have a nod to the Lion King where instead of Mufasa, it's Moshu Fasa. It's like an Asian Mufasa with like samurai swords on the back. And it's a cheap effect, but again, for this movie, I'm fine with it. And the clouds talking down to the hero. Oh, one of my favorite jokes is when the bad guy's talking. Is like, I have a gift. I'm a great magician. Your clothes are now red. And it cut because they had to mess around with the editing, so they knew the continuity would be fucked up. So they literally put that in the dialogue where your clothes are now red. And so when they needed to change it, they just had the bad guy, your clothes are black now. So that was a clever way to fix continuity for this kind of a movie, and I thought it was pretty damn humorous. There's even at one point intermission, like Lean's like, I hope they have ices. And the Wimplow's like, my nipples look like milk duds. It's fucking insane. That's what I love about it. They have the trope, like a lot of these, where the hero finds someone dead, but you realize that a lot of those movies, they don't check the pulse. They just assume the person's dead. And he's going to the master and Lean and even his dog. He's like, it's okay, boy. Even the dog dies. No, it's not. But then after going through these two people and the dog, then he comes back. It's like, oh, master, you're alive. You didn't check me to see if I was dead. I just did this. This doesn't mean I'm dead. And it's funny how they take a movie, and in the actual movie, there are these weird pyramid things on the bad guy, where the good guy has to pull them off and blood spurts out. That's in the original movie. So I think maybe that's one of the reasons why they chose that to use for this kung fu parody. But I like that they took that and then they added their own mythology where the little metal pyramids, they represent this secret evil society and this council, evil council, I should say. It has to do with aliens. And not only the aliens, they're French aliens. Why? Just because. Which is super ton fucks up. I'm saying this, it just sounds insane. Other funny moments, Um, he's trying to get the things off these little metal pyramids on dummies, and Ling is putting all this shit on his hands, which will make it worse. But it actually helps out. And the line he says, like, the lead guy literally tells the girl, "Here I was thinking you were a sadistic psycho bitch." I remember the first time I saw it, I'm like, I didn't see that coming. I even watched it again, and I forgot about that line. I'm like, I was just thinking you were a sadistic psycho bitch. It just made me. In this world today, they would never have a line like that. That's offensive to this poor woman. It's like, it's a fucking comedy. It's a joke. Christ. Oh, one of the other things is like he buys nuts, and they made he voiced the other guy, the vendor, with such an over the top loud voice of, "That's a lot of nuts. Okay, baby, you're fine with that." Then you have the fights at the end. The bad guy has his blow, but it doesn't hurt the good guy because you realize he put a squirrel in there as a cushion for the blow, as like, here's your reward. And the squirrel has a handprint in it, it's crushed, but he puts nuts in it and the squirrel runs off. And then they have like, this is what the sequel might be. Kung Pao 2 Ton of Fury. And I would love to have seen that sequel. Would love to have seen it. So at the end they actually have a, I'm sure that's not what the sequel would have been, but like a fate sequel coming soon. Which I thought, before fucking, I'm sure there are films before this that did it, but later on you would have like Machete 2 do it for Machete 3. You would have 22 Jump Street, which did that very well because they had like 15 sequels at the end of that movie. So, I mean, technically before this, you had, there's no footage, but Adventures of Ford Fairlane, where they said there was going to be a sequel. So it's not the first time it's done, but I really liked how they did it. And again, it's very short, very fast paced, not boring at all. It's insane, fucking insane, laugh aloud funny, fun, evil Betty. Part of me wonders, I thought Steve Oedekerk did fine in the lead role, but I wonder if he got someone like a Jim Carrey at the time. Because he worked with Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura When Nature Calls, and this came out, what, 2002? I wonder if you got someone like that. I hate to say it, but Adam Sandler, I'm just saying to make a box office hit. Whether it be a better movie or a worse movie, I'm saying as a box office hit. I wonder if you had a different guy in the lead, like, you just have Steve Oedekerk do the dubbing, that'd be funnier. It'd be another person's voice, but idea if you had like an Adam Sandler or Jim Carrey or Martin Lawrence. Do you imagine the same movie but as Martin Lawrence? Which he does, in movies. Imagine doing that. That'd be pretty hilarious. You could do that now with some of these actors, this kind of flick. But we don't want interesting ideas. We need to milk franchises to the bottom teat. Overall, Kung Pao Enter the Fist. It has features. I wish it got a Blu-ray with updated features. That would have been cool. But you do have a commentary, Steve Oedekerk. Oh, Tiger and Crane Fist was the name of the original movie. Long lost book on tape version. That's something they created just for comedic sake. 6 alternate tapes, 14 deleted scenes, before and after visual effects, comparisons, making a featurette that's only a couple minutes long, trailers, some promo spots. So it does have quite a few features. But yeah, I don't think this film's on Blu-ray, which is a shame. I can't imagine I'm the only person that enjoys this film. I made a post on Facebook, and quite a few people are like, I love that movie. So I think it does have a fan base. A cult fan base. So, but, These studios don't give a shit about that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. This is a fun one to revisit. And we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.